back. We got a lot of work done yesterday. I'm gonna try and get some more stuff done today. I told y'all yesterday I wanted to work on the steering rack deal, which that's what I'm gonna work on. I do have brackets for that deal. We're gonna find center of the steering rack, so we know where to reference it. And then I have these brackets right here. These are from Racecraft. They do make billet ones and stuff, but I can't see paying that much money for something that's gonna work the same. So these are nice. They'll be all right. That's what we're gonna work on, and I need to get the motor pulled out. So we're gonna put a lift plate on there. We're gonna get the motor out of here because, like I told y'all, we need to clean up these frame rails a little bit. And throughout the day, you might hear some birds chirping. That's because my wife brought her little baby chicks in here. Got freezing last night, so they're staying in the shop so they can stay warm. Check these ones out. These are rare pterodactyls. Rare Egyptian pterodactyls at that. No, I'm just kidding. They're actually called silkies. That's the breed that she likes, and so she just hatched all those. But they're gonna be hanging out in the shop with me today doing race car stuff so they can stay warm and be happy. So anyway, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and try and do some more time lapse. Y'all really enjoyed that, so I'm gonna go ahead and get my camera on charge, go ahead and get the card put in it, and the elbow taken off, put a lift plate on it, see if we can get this hammer out of there and get it put back on the engine stand, and we can get back to work. I know it's gonna look like we're going backwards, but that's part of this process, y'all. We have to put it together, take it apart, put it together, take it apart. I need to finish up this front end stuff. I do not have the intermediate section between to hook the column up to the rack yet. I made a post on Facebook trying to see where everybody prefers to get that stuff from. Get some insight and stuff. So yeah, we'll cross that bridge, but we still have plenty of stuff to do. So that's what we're gonna work on. So all right, let's get to it. All right, so doing time lapse stuff. Motor's out. Now you can see why I took it out. Got to finish up cleaning these up and cleaning these up. We're gonna get them, all that extra stuff cut off and smoothed out, and just to be done with it, man. Just to be done with it. So that's what we're gonna work on. Alright, y'all. We've been working on this. This sucks, man. Like, I'm probably just gonna... That's gonna be how it's gotta be. I'm flowing through flat discs like you won't believe. We rounded off the edges so nothing's sharp. But man, like these factory frames, how they... It's just like... It's plated over and welded, and it's not even good welded. It's just trash. So I cleaned up most of it. I mean, compared to this is what it was looking like. So definitely helped a lot, but it still sucks. Using stock frame sucks, man. That's all I gotta say about that. So let's go to this side and start cutting, see if we can make it match this side. All right, we're done. Ready to fire it up. Got the frame cleaned up both sides. Cody and Mike is here. Cody jumped in, started grinding all this stuff down. I'm not even gonna take credit for it because it sucked. He grinded down both sides of it. I think we're pretty much happy with it. We ain't got no choice because it welds like shit. There's that. So we got the brackets from Racecraft for the steering rack. We found center on both, so this is pretty close to where it's going to go. We're going to go ahead and find level. We center the rack. We pull a measurement. Found center. Okay, now it looks funny, but that's just the way it is because the actual gear drive is offset. But you find center, and you find center, and you make it happen, Captain. So that's what we're going to do. We got these, like I said, these nice brackets. It's just... They're actually supposed to be mounted the other way, but they work like this too. So in my application, this is gonna work pretty good. So, and since we cleaned up the frames, it's gonna create a nice easy path up here for the steering column. So we're gonna go ahead and get this deal tacked in, make sure we're happy with it. And we trimmed out the mid plate too. We had to trim out a little bit for the starter access. So use a good old trusty jigsaw with aluminum blade, and yeah, wrist it for the biscuit. So we're gonna get this stuff tacked in. All right. We have the steering in there. We already talked about that. I told you I needed to look up and see how to turn these clevises on the end here. And so I'm just going to show you real quick. You unscrew this cap. You pull it back. There's a set screw. So these of you that don't know, now you'll know. There's a set screw under here. So see, like this one turns slightly. We'll pull it back, loosen the set screw, get it right, screw the caps back on. But I don't know. I'm sure there's other people like myself that didn't know. So now you know. Let's get to work. All right, I know half y'all hate when I do selfies, so might be doing this on purpose, who knows. We did the rack deal, showed you how we modified the ends. There it is. We've been cutting all the excess off on the dash bar, as you can see in the time lapse. This is another one of those things that we can leave it, or you can get rid of it. But everything adds up. Like, watch, let me show you. Like, it doesn't seem like much, but all that stuff adds up, you know. And don't get me wrong, there's going to be a lot of other areas on this thing that I can cut weight and stuff from, but it is what it is. So, anyway, just cleaned up that area a little bit. It looks a lot better. Try to make it somewhat easier for me to start doing templates for sheet metal, because I have no idea how I'm going to do any of that stuff. We're going to do it together for sure. And wing it. That's what I always say, just winging it. But feeling pretty good about it. So let's keep trucking. Alright, y'all. We got some of that windshield area trimmed up. It's a little beat up. I didn't realize it was kind of wrinkled. This truck was wrecked, but I thought we cut off everything that was wrecked. So I'm just going to have to kind of hammer and dolly that stuff out, and I don't know how to do that. So I'm going to be winging that. You can see the ram board there. Look, I'm cutting pieces, and I'm attempting to mark it out and just kind of make templates. A little premature, but I'm impatient, and I want to see how it's going to work out. Now, you see it has a natural curve to it. I probably should have put it in the sun, I guess. So I got some masking tape that I'm going to use right here to hold it down and stuff like that. But this is just giving me a good idea of what's going on. This might work. It might not work. But y'all know the deal. I show everything. So here we are. Let's try and make some more templates. Alright, playing on the Firewall, playing with this RAM board. As y'all can see in the time lapse, messed up one piece. This is kind of difficult. not gonna lie to you about it. Told you I'll be pretty straight up front. Here we are, being straight up front. This is kind of a hard thing to get right. This is about to be the hard panel right here. It's curved at the bottom, so we're gonna get this. We're gonna get obviously an oversized piece. This ain't big enough. Cut and fit, so we can see how that's gonna go. But yeah, y'all get the idea. Let's keep going. All right, y'all. Look at all this. I've done cut this piece twice and it's still wrong. Dude, we all have those days. So, yeah. Now I get to cut it again. I'll show you all the good and the bad. Nothing ever always works out the first time. Which, if any of y'all work on things, you know that's the case. So, just trying to get the firewall mocked up. I'm not sure if I'm going to start cutting the sheet metal just yet. I don't have a bead roller. Kind of need one of those. Just procrastinating. I need to buy the intermediate kit for the steering right here. And intermediate for the steering, which I didn't realize how expensive that was. Kind of shocked me. You know, plus I need bead rolling tooling. The outer tie rod kit for this thing, the Pro Series for this stiletto rack, also way more expensive than I was expecting. So just kind of doing what I can. We're going to keep making progress. Got plenty of stuff I can do with what I have. So that's what we're going to keep trucking. You know how it goes. I ain't rich. So let's keep going. And I'm going to make this one for the third time. So let's see how that comes out. I'm really curious with the different shapes, how it's going to work. To the eye, it's not going to look the best. That's just, it is what it is. But I don't think you'll be able to, I don't think you'll pay much attention to it when everything's in there and stuff. So that's a good thing. All right, we'll be back at it. Alright. I don't know how I feel about it. I knew this panel right here is going to be a problematic child. I'm not a professional with metalworking. I have no idea what I'm doing. I just watch tips and tricks and other chassis people on how they do theirs, and I try and learn from it. Yeah, this is going to be a tricky deal for sure. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna make templates on this side yet. I don't want to waste RAM board, but we have all this gathered up here for a good reference and a good idea. We'll probably have to do a break somewhere here to here. Do a little break in it, that way it'll fit flush. And this is gonna be the biggest trick. The biggest trick here is this is curved and this is not curved, so not sure how we'll do that.